Here we are. I think we're here. So it's telling me we're here. Thank you so much for waiting. I had to move it back 30 minutes. We did it on the system. I don't know whether you were able to see that or not. However, now we have a clear signal. We had some interruptions happening, and I talked to the Dolphins and they said, we're just going to play and we're going to chill. So we've been sending all of you guys all these wonderful vibrations and healing while you're waiting. So I hope that you were just being receptive and tuned in to our dolphin fun. So welcome, Akasha here, Nana Akasha. I appreciate you being here. I'm super excited. I always love talking to my dolphin friends. I've got some white sage going here. And always, I do a lot of work, a lot of life body work, activations, magic, whatever you want to call it, energy work with the elements, with the structure all around my house, my land, my sanctuary. And I am a seer, an oracle, and a channel for almost anything that's optimal for me. I can speak with it. And this is in part due to my energy medicine training, my shamanic training, and my priestess training. These energy frequency type of things help you to understand what everybody's starting to see now. We live in a virtual reality, and everybody's been learning that through the game. So there's a powerful benefit to the computers, even the computer games, the concept. I watched my children when they were little. They're 28 now. Yeah, twins. And when they were little, they started to come out with little games. This was pre-computer games or early computers, I guess. And they were coming out with these little things that you would keep alive, right? And if you didn't open it up and poke some buttons, it would die. Like you would come back and it would say it died because you didn't feed it or something. And my kids would be devastated, right? They would just be like, oh my God. And that's a perfect example of who we were. We were raised, if you're over I think if you're over 20 or so, you have been raised mostly by people and a culture and a mindset, and then whatever's personal within your family and your gender and your job and your personal soul blueprint all impacts the reality that you're creating. But prior to now, we've been in a world that convinced us from fear that we are powerless, that we're lost, that we're wrong, that we're not worthy, that we're not enough, that someone else gets to decide for us, someone else gets to control us. There's always somebody who knows better. There's an authority outside of us. We don't get what we want. We can't have it. And if something happens, it's seen as something bad. This is a tragedy. This happened to you. You should blame someone. You should feel bad. God is cursing you. Whatever story you were told that was disempowering, regardless of who it came from. If your mother loves you dearly, it doesn't mean that she understood she was conveying and programming you with a negative message. So was she. It's not to say it's okay what anyone did. It's not to choose it again. It's to say, here's what I have. And when we accept what we have in life, we step back into the power of our lives. We truly take that voice back, take that heart back, take the reins back, step back into the driver's seat, however you want to perceive it. But we were raised not to be the authority, not to rule our own kingdom, not to trust our own intuition, not to believe our heart, not to believe we could get what we wanted, and on and on and on. And it's been such a fear-based, long term, I mean, centuries, okay, that this has been beaten into people through threats and death and torture and outcast and beheading and ridicule and shame and whatever. Okay. Poverty, big one that's used for people. I'm going to take away my love. I'm going to take away my money. I'm going to take away my approval until you do what I want. And we're in the age of of Aquarius now, and that means we're all getting slapped a little bit to step into our spiritual maturity. What does that mean? Stop being a victim. Stop believing you're a victim. Stop blaming anyone, ever, anywhere, for anything, because all it does is hold you back. And then you create more of it by keeping it with you in some form. It might be locked away in a deep, dark dungeon in your subconscious mind. I don't care. I've been digging this shit out of me and other people for 38 years. I spent 5 years becoming a master level hypnotherapist. Why? Because I saw the most stunning and fast results in people who were taken into another state of consciousness. What is that? That's vibration. That's frequency. That's a dimension. Now, we talk these words now, and some people, hooray, we're getting there. We're building a little bit of a momentum, okay? And we really don't need 50%, 40%, 30% even. I've heard this from so many spiritual sources, including the Dolphins, who say 21%, and other people say 18, and some people say 6. So it doesn't matter. Stop focusing on we can't, we won't, I can't, I don't, they don't, there's not enough, this person wants to stop me. All that does is hand your power away. Now, don't get upset with yourself or me, because you're just realizing that's what an awakening is. It's like coming out of a coma or coming out of a dream or coming out of sleep. You suddenly become aware of who you thought you were, how you've been living, what you've been choosing. And when you ascend even one state of consciousness, you move into such a higher frequency, more energy, clarity, ideas, strength, courage, all kinds of things increase for you. Why do we want to keep a higher state or a higher vibration? This is not a judgmental thing. It is not attached to kings or rich people or famous people being better than you or any of that. There is no hierarchy in the spiritual world. So let go of being a part of the hierarchy. This shit's coming from the Dolphins now. I started out on my thing, but they said, stop being part of the hierarchy, be part of the tribe, be part of the pod. There's an alpha, yeah, because you have to listen to the alpha mama, and you have to hear some guidance from the alpha dad, and you have to play your role like they're playing a role for the greater good of all. But nobody gets to tell you what to do. Nobody gets to choose what's best for you. And you and I were raised to not know what we want, not believe we can have it, and definitely not state it out loud, go for it, imagine it, and use our wonderful imagination, which is a powerful tool that's been belittled and belittled and belittled until you are convinced it's not the truth, it's not powerful, it's not working, it's silly, and you need to go out and push something. You need to go out and force something to happen. Were you trained that way? I was trained that way. I get all weird still, even though I have deprogrammed myself for so long. I still have a little part of me that's like, we're not doing a lot. We're not doing that. We're not pushing. This is too easy. Could it possibly come in? Could it? So people in my weekly wishes fulfilled, it's a manifesting mastermind where we're walking through weekly and manifesting in real time from divine laws. And some people are observing the transformation in people and situations right before their eyes, from one day to the next, or from, an hour to the next. They feel different. They're communicating differently through their dreams. What does all of this have in common? State, frequency, vibration. So we didn't used to talk about states of consciousness, but I want you to get rid of something that you don't like. Do you like the scale of poverty, right? So many people living in poverty, so many people struggling, so many people doing this up here, so many whatever. Don't get involved in blaming people, judging people, because you're tying yourself to a low frequency. And the dolphins right now are going like this with their nostrums. They're showing that you keep tying yourself to a dock and with a rope, and then they come over and they nudge it off, they nudge the loop up over it, and then they're like, come on, let's go, and then you put it back there. So you cannot fix anyone or anything past, present, or future by forcing it, by telling that. You protect yourself, you take your cautions in the 3D world, be reasonable, but grow up spiritually and step into the fact that you are intuitive, you are multidimensional, and if you don't start to master energy in any small form, then you are letting yourself just walk outside naked in a whole bunch of thorny bushes. And I'm not kidding you. That's exactly what life feels like when you feel like everything else has the power, when you feel like nothing around you, you don't know if it's going to be safe. Could you trust yourself? Could you trust this other person? Do you have this trauma? Will it come back? I don't know. The past does not determine the future. It only does if you decide it does. So undecide that and jump with the dolphins and float and fly and play and leap and raise your frequency. They literally raise your frequency into what's called bliss brain. If you have learned Silva or any other form of of frequency alteration, maybe taking your brain waves into altered states from beta to alpha, okay, to theta, to delta, to gamma, and beyond. My work does that for you. I'm a multidimensional shaman and I travel these places. I do this work all the time. So when you come and we work together, you're being worked with. These dolphins are working with you guys right now. So hopefully you understand you've entered a very sacred temple and they're around. We've been playing with them all morning. I was playing with them really a lot last night and making a pretty page for you to see for the retreat so you can see more of the photos. And their energy is always playful, except for right now they're a little bit serene. They seem to be going very quietly around us in a circle, barely moving, and they're going counterclockwise around us. So we're going to just take a moment to come together into this sacred space. So these are luminous light beings as you and I. We live in liquid light. When I teach you infinity light weaving, you're going to get the course. It's $555 for an entire instant access online course on infinity light weaving. This is the encapsulation of the concepts of light body healing. You will understand your your most important 18 chakras. You'll understand the scale, creating sacred space, activating your light body, and a whole lot more. And when you learn to light weave, you are now holding a power in your very hands, in your mind, and in your heart. This is like going and taking 3 to 5 years in an energy medicine school that you're going to learn with me in person with the dolphins. So part of the day we'll be learning it, doing it, practicing it on each other. Then we're going to be going down, doing it with and on the dolphins. Then we're going to be getting in with the dolphins, kissing, hugging, doing third eye activations, heart to heart activations, double hugs, all kinds of things that I've created working with these dolphins for 9 years now. I've taken this beautiful special private access that we get. Thank you, Donna. Into doing some things that they came up with the idea of ball play, and that's a lot of fun because they love it. They love it so much. They're like a dog. They're like, get the ball, throw it at you, throw it at you, throw it, throw the ball. So, when you're standing there like throwing the ball back and forth with the dolphin, and their heart is at the level of your heart chakra, and you've been doing the work that I've taught you, and you've been connecting heart to heart with the dolphins, and we're going to go down even in the evening or the mornings when we're not inside the water with the dolphins, and we're going to be doing from the side, okay, heart to heart weaving and other forms of infinity light weaving with them. And this is what they have asked from me. So last year they said, no more, no more, no more retreats the way we've been doing them. There's something different. So I've been waiting all year. And this year they've said, infinity light weaving is the way. That if I teach you that, and then you come to them over these 3 days, okay, these 3 active days where we're going to be learning it, doing it, getting in with the dolphins, having a sound healing, from a beautiful Mayan sound healer. And we're going to be completely immersed. This is its own retreat. Now, it comes a day after the Mayan magic retreat, so I highly recommend you come to both. And you have this 1 day between them to just walk around this beautiful beach town that we're in and enjoy. And all the accommodations are included, okay? It includes all your lunches. It includes all the dolphin fees, which is a lot. And all of my healing and the whole class. There's like $800 and some in bonuses. Why? Because the dolphins are the ones who are running this. I know what I was doing before, and they've taken that to the new level. So, they were showing me this morning that over the years I've been working with them, I've taken the different things that we've been able to do and actually created my own sort of system. And they called it a dolphin partnership process today. So I thought that was really wonderful. So I'm going to show you how to be communicating with them through infinity light weaving. And they emphasized that this morning, that infinity light weaving is a form of healing, energy healing. Okay, you will learn, it will blow your mind. I actually, at the end of the course, did this big thing called how to heal anything with infinity light weaving. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, abundance, poverty, abuse, whatever, doesn't matter. Okay. So that's how powerful this is. And that's how simple it is. And yet you're going to go into this. You must be activated with the infinity light weaving. Then the dolphins are going to come. Now you're going to get a dolphin recalibration audio. If you already have it, please share how it works for you. People who get this, it's on the shop. Maybe you've purchased it, but you get that as well. And you start that immediately because they channeled that through me. And it has sounds and guidance, and people have experienced such deep healing in every area of their life because it's not just music or someone saying a meditation or some sounds. This is their frequency and mine in an infinite weave flowing into this, and it's encoded with that. So even one lady who's coming to the retreat, she's coming to both of them. She's been using this since December, and she has been having really profound shifts, healing, raising her frequency when things are very difficult, helping physical healing. And the infinity light weaving that I'm teaching her, she's been using now for, what was I teaching her? The inflammation, infection, reactions, releasing people from their body when they're transitioning in death, healing the land. Okay. So this is something you can apply to everything. And ever since it came through me, I really believe that everybody on the planet should be taught in kindergarten. Okay. So this is a energy medicine that if you will use for yourself, for your life, for your food, for your house, for your animals, for every situation you have, you will learn how to do a daily activation that will change everything for you because you'll start to awaken inside of a sacred space that you carry with you everywhere you go instead of being at the mercy of other people's opinions, drama, fear, and that kind of stuff. You're going to become realigned spiritually, energetically, physically, the light body, the chakras, the meridians, everything. We go through all layers of the light body that are relevant for you to understand because the dolphins showed me that you and I and everyone on the planet has an opportunity right now to dramatically accelerate your intuitive powers without anywhere with this much effort for this much gain. Okay. So if you are an ant, not their strength, but their size compared to a mountain of results, because right now we're in the metamorphosis decade, we're in the center of the decade. So we're at the deepest point of letting go of who we are, melting. Remember, the caterpillar turns to goo, but nothing is added and nothing is taken away. And then within the caterpillar is the seed, the imaginal cell that knows who it came here to be in its higher aspect. And that is what starts to change the goo, the lack of identity, the lack of form, into the butterfly, into a new shape, a new identity, a new form with new skills and new abilities. It's pretty dramatic if you've been a caterpillar to start flying 3,000 miles as a butterfly. I think that is such a symbol of massive potential transformation. And it's exactly the same for you and for me. And this is the year, starting in a couple of days, 5 days, and of the snake. And the snake's number one message is shed. Shed the old skin. It doesn't suit you anymore. Underneath it, you are perfectly formed. You are ready. You've grown new levels to your higher self, to your chakra, to your all of your intuitive network, but it is being squeezed inside of a kind of a cocoon. And one of the things that's going to happen this year is you are going to shed identities, fears, I don't know what. And that means that you're going to slide out. And are you going to have the means like the infinity light weaving, like the dolphin connection, like their communication? Because once you're here, you touch and kiss them, you play with them, you do this work with them, you are part of their pod. You are entangled forever. And you can definitely do it through the ethers, through the pictures, through the guided meditations. It's very powerful. And there's nothing, absolutely nothing that will change anything at all, come close to being with them in person. Okay. It doesn't come anywhere close at all. Okay, so behind me is the retreat poster, and you can see me kissing, um, doing a little eye to eye, heart to heart healing. There's a lot of beauty and love and softness. And yes, these dolphins are here to work with us. They are not wild because you can't touch wild dolphins. However, we do this in a very loving space and a very loving place, and with people who understand and respect and actually do research on interspecies communication with dolphins, allowing, coming up with new ways for them to speak to us, giving them the freedom to express to us. And I've been doing healing work with them and paraplegics and for years there. It's in the ocean, so it's a beautiful natural space. So if you feel called and you're here to communicate, the dolphins want you to come. They don't want you to bring your perception of them as victimized. This disempowers them, it disempowers others, and it does not align with truth. They have a purpose and they're calling people. So if you feel called to this, it is definitely a calling. And I have a link to chat with me for a calendar on my page. And if you go there, excuse me, oh, I got to get a sip. If you go there, you can then have the opportunity to chat with me about logistics, about what happens, whatever questions you have, if you really want to come. And I am getting ready to do. I'm getting ready to do a call, and we'll send it out in a couple of days. I'm looking for a link. Here we go. Um, we're going to send it out in a few, maybe tomorrow, I don't know, when we decide when it's going to be. And it's going to be a free call that you need to sign up for, but you come and it's for you if you're interested in the Dolphin or the Mayan retreat or my retreat to the Goddesses of Stonehenge with Maria Wheatley later in the year. It is about manifesting something like this, something specific, and I can really help you specifically if you feel called to one of these. I can help answer some of your questions that may be getting in the way of you really hearing an answer. And other things. So it's a Q&A, and if you have a fear of flying, or if you have other questions that, I know I'm meant to be with the Dolphins, however, this, that, the other, if you need a certain payment plan, whatever it is, okay, make an appointment with me and or come to the call. So we're going to be sharing that with you. So Marnie, hi Marnie. Marnie was there last year kissing the Dolphins. So I just put the link in the chat for you. And I'm going to make a nice new one for you here. And we can let go of that part of it. Okay. There we go. So if you go to the shop, you will see the payment page. However, hello. However, we've made a page with some more beautiful pictures, and Donna was updating it this morning as the Dolphins were talking to me about this call. So check that out, and that's where you will also find the link to chat with me. So let's go ahead and dive into some of our vibrational healing. So what's very, very fun about this, and I found very interesting, is that the Infinity Light Weaving program has been out for a while. I taught for 3 years the entire Light Body Healing program. And then what I've been doing is pulling concepts from it, pulling parts of it out, and doing classes that, hello, boo, 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 boo. Whoops, got to put you down there. Okay, thank you. She's interested in the candle flame. Thank you, sweetie. And what was I saying? So when we go to the Dolphins, I don't even know what I was saying. So let's move forward. Okay, again, here's the thing, and it'll be below here if it's not, of course, the retreat link. This is one of the calls coming up that I'm going to be doing that is about the Mayan retreat and the Dolphin retreat, because these are the spirit guides as well as Kukulkan, the year of the snake. So we'll have to update this and add mother serpent, mother snake. And that will be for everybody for this year, but also tuning into the Mayan magic and the mysteries that I'm teaching. So let's go ahead. This is the Mayan one. And right now you'll find that on the shop. We'll have a beautiful page for you later today. So these are my dolphin friends. All of these pictures are mine and or purchased from the Dolphin Center when we were there working there. So they're different, beautiful friends of mine. And hello, beautiful. Hello, beautiful. You can look at any of these and start to have a palpable connection. They're frequency masters, they're ascended masters, they're master healers, and they are vibrationally so profound that if you just start to look around the dolphin, you're going to see vibrations underneath where you see the reflection of the nostrum. You see there's a vibration going out like rings, right? Coming this way. You'll see some frequency here. They're always emitting frequencies because they scan and then they send energy and then they recalibrate. And so even when you're standing on the side saying hi, you'll learn how to do some infinity light weaving with them that they love. They really respond to it. So what I do is I talk to them and I start light weaving with them. And when I get into it, they might be swimming around and then they come over. And a lot of them know me, so they come over, but they come over and they love the light weaving. And I'm like heart weaving with them. And they come over and they start going by and then they start looking you in the eye. They just rest there and they look at you. And then many times they'll roll over on their back and be like, whoa, wait a minute, like a cat or a dog, like, okay, I'm going to expose my heart to you. Let's do this. So you're going to be learning how to communicate with them. And they really want to emphasize that this isn't light body healing, like I'm doing something to you or I'm asking you to do something to me. You're using conscious light in an infinite flow, which is the natural flow of the universe. And that's what you're going to learn with the infinity light weaving, in ways that communicate, that say, okay, any energies that are no good here, we're going to gather them up in almost an effortless but magnetic way, and then weave them out, carry them out. So inflammation, infection, all right, any certain thing, you can weave it out, and then you can bring back energy that's optimal for the healing. And you can do that with complete surrender to the dolphins, to your higher self, to whatever healing spirits, guides that you like to work with. You could just work with Gaia, or you just leave it up to your higher self. Or if you have a specific thing, right? If you know, like I'm a homeopathic doctor and that's a vibrational medicine, and I'm trained in, certified in herbs and also in flower essences, and those are vibrational. Flower essences are vibrational medicine. They're vibrational essences that carry the frequency of the essence of a particular flower or combination of flowers. And what does that do? Well, the flowers work with our emotional bodies. Okay, so there's all kinds of things that work with you in a beneficial and beautiful and natural way when you do light work and energy work. And then it's amplified by the dolphins, and you communicate to the dolphins while you're there and when you're gone through this weaving process. So if you're any kind of a healer, psychic, a medium, a channel, an author, a creative, an artist, and to be honest, every area of your life improves when you know this, because you're healing yourself, you're bringing yourself the nourishment, you're releasing the things that no longer serve you. So you can use it on your mind or your emotions. I no longer want this belief about myself. This is not serving me. And you start to do the different weaving processes to get it out. Now you're working with intelligent light, and life with the light, and you're working with it with the infinity flow, which you will be downloaded and attuned to. If you've ever been attuned in Reiki, it's similar. You'll be attuned. The dolphins told me that if you are called to this, you are ready for a new frequency of consciousness. You're ready to ascend to a new conscious level, a state where you will see, perceive, and manifest completely differently in a much more effortless flow, trusting, knowing, communicating with more things. It's an amplification and an upgrade to your intuitive skills, but also your ability to no longer doubt. So it is amplifying the snake year energy of shedding by helping you shed. So the dolphins, I see their energy work with people. We're going to be doing the weaving on them and with them and with each other and as a group around them or as a group around one person and a dolphin. And we're going to be, this is a form of communication. We're going to be in union, in harmony. Frequency is the language of the universe. Okay? Everything is frequency. I spent a lot of years learning radionics, and I have books and books and books and books and books full of lines of numbers, which is a frequency of the rate of vibration of everything from the color red or a diamond or your crown chakra or your optimal liver or any medicine or any herb or unconditional love. Literally, it has all been measured. Those frequencies can be intelligently downloaded and communicated with and sent without a single physical essence. And your ability to up level whoever you are, I have no idea who you are, where you're meant to go. If you're meant to write a book, if you're meant to start a business, if you're meant to go on a worldwide tour seeking yourself, if you're meant to have a child, if you're meant to leave a relationship, if you're meant to love your mom, I don't know, because everybody is at a different point in their path. But the beauty of this is it doesn't matter. You could have just learned about frequencies 2 days ago or be a master who's been doing this for 10,000 lifetimes. It doesn't matter. When you come to something like this, you're called. How are you called? You're called through the dolphins. You're called through the waters. You're called through lives in Atlantis and Lemuria. You're called through future lives. And you're called through any life you've ever had where perhaps in ancient Greece or somewhere else, you actually interacted with dolphins or it was an active part of your consciousness. And it's also a part of healing that perhaps they have a piece of you. They have a piece of your heart. I don't know where this is coming from, so I'm going to start to cry because this is new. Thank you. It says that we have a piece of your heart that you lost a long time ago. And you felt incomplete because you didn't know who you are, but you're waking up to who you are now. And now what happens is that piece of your heart, it just feels odd. It feels empty. It feels strange. You're grasping around trying to figure out, what do I do with this? Does it make sense? Does it have a direction? It's an incomplete phone number. It's an incomplete puzzle. And in that space is something very sacred that you gave away. And you gave it away in Atlantis. And then you gave it away in many lifetimes after that. And this is the most potent power that you have. This piece that's missing, it's the truth of divine love. It's a frequency you've never felt. Even when you've been in bliss and you're floating and you're happy and you're meditating or you're in a temple or you've done some beautiful and amazing work, you've never touched this because you couldn't. Now the appointment is that this piece of your heart, we're holding it. We're holding it here. It's not hidden. It's not buried. It's not dangerous or unsafe for you to reclaim it. It is the time and it is now. So if you hear this call, you know that we hold this piece of your heart. And you will hear it now. You will feel it now. You will know heart to heart. We will speak with you. We will travel with you. We will continue to replace the missing pieces of your heart every time you forget love. Because true love, divine love, pure love is not a frequency that you can own or define. It's not something you can bottle. It's not something that you can hoard. And it's not something that you can have until you believe that it's here, waiting for you. It's always been a part of you. You just weren't ever told. When you come and receive your light weaving body initiations, you will enter already aligned with the frequency of our joy. Which will lift you up so that you can receive your heart. Because at a frequency of disappointment, regret, blame, powerlessness, how can we give you something that is so light, so beautiful, so enormous, bigger than you could imagine, but you can't even see it? So we gift you with this acceleration and this ascension, which will work hand in hand with this year of shedding and coming into your earth body with more wisdom and more energy and more intuitive senses. Grow, expand, and we will free you. And then we can do some real magic. Miracles are every day. Receive this now and know that this piece of your heart is there waiting for you when you allow yourself to let go of who you were. The walls around your heart, the fear, the lack of trust, the blame, the regret, the lack, everything. Just accept that we have this for you. Open your heart, and like a giant bubble, it lifts you from the depth of these deep, heavy emotions, even freeing you from the ancestors and from your mind, from your soul contracts and your vows. There is nothing that can maintain its hold on you to limit you. If you surrender, you will transcend. And we will assure that you are filled with harmony and with the most love and joy you have ever experienced. We will play and expand together. And what we do together will go into the water, and it will speak to the other waters, and it will go into the waters of your body, and it will go into the body and the intelligence of the ancient wisdom in your body and in everyone everywhere on this planet at this time will be able to receive this gift if they so wish. So you are healing you, the planet, and everyone. You are freeing all of us and yourself. You are mastering your truth of who you are so that you can bless us all and not just receive this piece of your heart, but become the missing piece in the new world of beauty, love, and joy. There's a small vortex around us. Oh, thank you. So, Celeste and Regina. Oh, Yogo and Thor. And here is Anubis, Osiris, and Zeus. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my loves. And now we're being joined by Shadia, great mother goddess, gone from her physical body, a giant pink angelic dolphin above us around the planet, the Alpha Mother of divine love and protection. We call you here and thank you for being on your journey. You are watched with great love. You are respected and admired. So many realms are watching you now. What will you do with your immense power? What will you do with this opportunity in this moment? Will you listen? Will you step out? Will you stop playing the game that never goes anywhere? Will you create from joy and a free heart? We all hope, we all invite, and we all open our doors, our hearts, and our arms, and plan to hug you. Feel that now. Allow the dolphins to come and hug you heart to heart. Do you have one or two heart to heart, their head over your shoulder, leaning into you, on you, your arms wrapped around them, your hearts beating together, your cheek against theirs, your hands on their beautiful skin. You feel their whole body, their essence. This is a full body download and communication. And you know exactly how to receive it because now you've been initiated into infinity, light weaving, and light body healing. Imagine what this will feel like. Receive your message, your gift, your healing, your frequency. They're so pleased. Spinning in circles. Thank you. That was beautiful, and they came through just in the middle of everything. So I'll go back and share a couple important messages they wanted me to give you. This is the double hug. So this is one of the things that I created in the years of working there, because when I go, the trainer would say, "What would you like to do?" things we've done before together, new versions. They would ask if they could do this. And then the next time I went back, they would say, look what we did, or come up with ideas for me. And so this was a surprise. This was a beautiful surprise because I wanted to do a full body hug. And when I came back, I said, did you do it? And they were like, not say a word. So we went from this. You can see that I'm very surprised because he didn't tell me what was going to happen. I just stood on the edge with my arms open, and two gorgeous dolphins threw themselves on me, and we stayed like this for a while. So we did this with everyone now, and it's one of the highlights because we've done so much other work up until this point of connecting heart to heart, communicating with them. We most likely have worked with those dolphins on the other days. So I hold you up because they are quite powerful and yet just so loving. We also do something that I started many years ago, which I call third eye activations. So we kiss them on the mouth, and you learn how to do this. And I teach you how to have a long, long, delicious kiss. It's worth it. Anybody who's been there knows. I just keep kissing and we go into our own world. We are having a whole reality. They are communicating with you in so many beautiful ways. They throw a beautiful net of light around you the minute that you come into the area, knowing that you're coming. They know that you're coming the minute you decide to come. And I started to, I can't remember who it was I was working with, might have been with Regina. And she showed me, I was kissing her, and she showed me to put her nostrum here instead of kissing. So I put it up here on my third eye. It's quite profound. When the therapists who work with dolphins, they bring the dolphin to the part of the person they think needs the energy healing, and then they put the end of the nostrum, the mouth here, pointing to that. So this is there now sending energy. This is not their third eye. This is a third eye activation. And we do heart to heart where we hold their heart, and you're doing a lot of different energy work here. Of course, our kisses and your kisses and more kisses, and there's never enough kisses. And then I started to do this where the beautiful thing is to hold the heart as the same time. So now we're having heart to heart and third eye activation. And this is another thing that I'm going to teach you. They do love to heal and recalibrate. So we do a floating meditation after you've been working with them for several days, learning a lot, shifting a lot. They work with you each day at a new level. First, they unhook certain things, recalibrate certain things. Then we do our work. Then we come back the next day. They do certain things. They're doing that energy work regardless of what we're doing with them. And they're doing recalibration. But at the end, we do this floating meditation. So I do infinity light weaving on you, and then I launch you out to float for an hour while they move around. So you can hear, you can see me calibrating, activating everyone before I push them out into the place. And then we float around for an hour. So it looks weird here, but you are in a deep cosmic experience with the dolphins. So the realms and the collectives, they come and take you to very high places. This, I think, is what she was saying. I'm a little bit surprised that I heard this part about we have a piece of your heart, and it felt, I kept seeing it visually. It was like this chunk out of the top of your heart, and it was like a physical heart, and then it was like a heart center, and then it was like a heart, and it was quite profound what they just said. So here the dolphins free to do whatever they want. So they come up and they're doing different frequencies. We're being taken out of our bodies into deep, altered, higher states of consciousness, which is very easy to do because they said they can do new things with you if you can do these activations and reach a higher level and have a higher frequency capacity within your body, within your nervous system, within your mind. They can teach you, take you, heal you at faster and higher rates. Okay, so there's a reason that they have chosen to put these together, and I really respect what they're saying. And they go around, so you just are there. You may see them, sense them, feel them, hear them, or you may not, but you will see later that they are coming around all the time. That's me, and it doesn't matter that I'm floated into the stairs. I'm still far, far away. And they touch you sometimes, they rock you. It's an incredible experience because no one is telling them what to do. Okay. They are going around, touching people, going under people, working together. Uh, we usually have 2 or maybe sometimes 3 different dolphins that are going all around, and it's private. This is pure private. Nobody else gets to do this, by the way. This is one of my inventions. The meditation, floating meditation that that they do there for private, for the owner, is you holding the other paired up with one person, standing on the dock, holding their feet, doing the energy work while the dolphins go around. And I, the first time actually, by a suggestion by the owner's husband, decided, no, I want them to be free and I want everybody floating because we're doing an experience with the water. We're doing water magic, water healing. Floating is the state of transformation. It's the state of being able to access higher states of consciousness in awareness while not being attached or distracted by the body. So there's a lot of reasons, if you've ever been in a float tank or paid a lot of money to be in a float tank, floating in water, especially ocean water that is filled with dolphins and dolphin frequencies, who you've been working with, is indescribable. There's no way to compare that water and what's happening there with you and for you, inside of your spirit, in every subtle layer. So if you need physical healing, if you need heart healing, if you need emotional healing, if you need ideas and clarity, if you want to shed the past of who you were, if you want to be free of certain beliefs about yourself, if you want to let go of financial challenges or anything else that you perceive is difficult, where you have no power, then you come here and whatever's optimal for you happens. And that's the beauty. And then I'm channeling them in the water and who knows what else. So I'm here telling you what I saw and, doing specific healings and readings for people. So there's a huge amount of value in getting this training and me and the dolphin opportunities. It amplifies everything in such a profound way. There I am again, floating there. Look at the beautiful baby kept coming over. Now she's showing me her heart. So I think we saw those. Oh, there's another one. So playing, I was very honored to be with the owner when they came up with the idea. They were trying to figure out ways to communicate with the dolphins, to play with them, free play, to allow them to communicate, to study their language and to decipher their codes. And it's really beautiful work. And so one day they said, well, let's play ball with them. And we were throwing the ball together, floating around in there. And they just were staring at us like, what are you guys doing? And they would come by and they would look. And now, years later, I have to tell you that they will pick up the balls and start throwing them at you before you even get down the stairs. They think this is beyond fun, and they grab them and they throw them, and you catch them, and it's so amazing. And this ability to be freely in the water with them and have this intimate connection is another level of healing is happening, right? We're doing this like, isn't this fun? And they're doing another whole level of healing at the same time. So this is a form of communication, right? When you play, when you're coordinating, you're throwing something, they're catching it, they're throwing it back to you and catching it. It's very intentional. This is conscious communication. You might be putting any kind of intention. I'm going to teach you all kinds of ways of receiving more communication from them, which is happening on all multiple dimensions and levels when you are interacting with them. And also, you have the ability to continuously, right, receive new. So you're in a transformation. You're going to be in a metamorphosis the whole time. You're going to be changing, shifting, moving, healing, dreaming. And we're going to be in this beautiful gated Caribbean town, walking around the dolphins, eating next to the beautiful lagoon, going to the beach and seeing the dolphins. And all of this is frequency healing, sound healing. We're not doing that one, but this is another form of communication that we do. They've learned some symbols instead of the usual commands. And then we ask them to communicate with us. You can see that they sometimes just start coming up to you. This is coming up and asking for a kiss, and she's just sitting there waiting with her hands open and speaking to them intuitively, okay, telepathically, and asking for a kiss. And then we have these little symbols. So she got a kiss, telling them what to do. And they do recalibrate your mind. They recalibrate your body. And you know that you're also going to get to kiss some manatees and hug manatees and feed manatees, and they are beautiful. So let me just, excuse me, don't look at the screen for a second. I got to get back to where I wanted to start with you. And we're going to just go ahead and let go of, oh, good, there was the divination. That was beautiful, beautiful. That was so beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I had some things they wanted me to share with you. I'm going back and finding those. And okay, here we go. I think this is it. So here we go. This is what they were saying this morning. So we didn't get very far. We didn't get very far from that, did we? So Regina, my dolphin friend, told me this morning, you require more joy. She wanted me to say that to you so that you can take that message home and do whatever you want with it. But that's what she says. And you want to listen to Regina. She's one of those alpha females that knows her stuff. Okay. She's wonderful. So I want to invite you to come and play in the infinite field of joy. Okay. Remember, the frequency of joy is very high, and this is where they take you. They take you to joy. They take you to bliss. And from that high state, it's super easy to unhook old patterns, change vows, recalibrate your frequency, change, even your wiring of your brain and your mind. Okay. So they're masters of frequency and light. And they are divine guides, and they are my personal relationship goes really deep with them in time and space. And I want to share that with you. Everything here is my photos. I told you that already. Hi, beautiful. So Diana came not last year, the year before. And she said that it was an amazing journey filled with so many cleansing synchronicities. It was perfect and optimum on top of optimal. Everything, you can tell she's one of my clients. Everything unfolded beautifully. It was exactly what I needed. I no longer feel like I did when I left home. I have a centeredness and a calm within. And I know my purpose, and I feel like I'm protected and supported and loved so deeply. And I want to just share with you that only 6 months before she came, her husband died. And they were very close, and I knew him. So I was working with her through that, and the Dolphins started to say, you must come. And she said, no, I'm too filled with grief. I couldn't imagine getting on a plane. And they worked with her, and we worked with her until she was able to, because they absolutely insisted this was the pinnacle of healing for her, to not forget it, but to shift out of being attached or holding on and shift into who she's now becoming. And her husband came through a lot and is working with her. So very beautiful, the kinds of things that happen, the kinds of healing that can happen. So they've asked me to teach you infinity light weaving. It's a powerful energy healing system. I've been doing it with them for 9 years now. And so they told me you are ready, in fact, waiting for a quantum leap, and they can leap you and work with you at such a higher, more potent and joyful level with them if, and this, they made me do all of this morning, if you learn infinity light weaving and practice it with them, both as a healing modality to shift any frequency into harmony, and that means mentally, emotional, physical, relational, financial, whatever, okay, everything. And as an interspecies communication modality, like I mentioned. So they're saying that, let's see, this looks odd. So raising your state of consciousness through my infinity light weaving light body healing system and my Dolphin partnership healing process. That's the name they gave it this morning. So some of the things I showed you that I created, like the third eye, and then there's another third eye one that we created last year by working with another person, another dolphin, that was us actually third eye to their third eye up here, not their nose here, and they're very different activations. So imagine if you come to the Mayan retreat and you go through the equinox and you go have the third eye solar initiation at the sacred temple and get that right here. And then you go to the solar initiation of the descent of the sacred snake on the snake year. What more powerful time to ever do this? And then you do this with the dolphins. That's the way this is designed, is if you want to do the whole thing. Of course, you can just do the dolphins, but if you want to do the whole thing, you're going to have a metamorphosis of epic proportions. Okay, so all of these things we've been talking about, Margan's been here at least twice, probably 3 times, because she loves the dolphins. She said swimming with the dolphins is always magical and sweet, and the powerful ceremonies and activations multiply the joy multidimensionally. The blessings of sunshine, sacred water, and open-hearted masters will rock your consciousness. She's talking about some of these, about the indigenous shamanic events and things. Those are in the Mayan retreat, the first part of it. So because they're highly conscious beings and masters of vibration, when they call you, it's a joyful thing to be called, but they expect you to step up and to do this work, to consciously let go of your addiction to being a victim, to being something of a low vibration. So because I've been working and communicating with them for a long time, and being healed with vibration and light, it's like, it's so soul satisfying. It's so profound, the difference that happens. It is at a level that is full of joy, and then massive transformation happens as well. So don't think that you might not, that night, like, have to sleep, but if you truly wish to accelerate your physical, mental, emotional healing, access higher states of consciousness, and find unlimited joy swelling within you, they told me to say this, then join me for a fun interspecies and energy medicine infinity light weaving healing. And I love this one. Oh, I love you. I love you too. So I'm going to show you a few things about the rest of it. This is the town that we're in. You can see how exquisitely beautiful it is. So it's a tropical Mayan paradise. This is the live interactive dolphin healing and playing event where you're going to learn an ancient and future conscious light energy, that medicine, being kissed, hugged, recalibrated, loving, receiving key codes for your ascension. So you come to this if you love dolphins and you know you're meant to be loved, realigned, and upgraded by their powerful wisdom and energy mastery, rewiring, releasing, recalibrating, renewing, reconnecting, rejuvenating, realigning, and remembering your true purpose and powers. This is all from them this morning. Daily light body activations, that's from me, and infinity light weaving lessons, and Mayan soul sound healings and ancestral healings. So, yes, we saw that already. And Let's see here. This is about coming to the whole retreat. The releases were the strongest ones I've ever felt, although at the time I didn't understand what was going on. I allowed afterwards, Nan let me know that she just completed. Oh, yeah, this was a lady who was coming, and she was coming a little bit late to the first Dolphin Day. And I included her in the healing, and she felt it. And then I told her I included her, and then she said, oh my gosh, wow, that was her. She's so gifted. Her retreat was sensational, sacred ceremonies, dolphins, manatees, and all. I was even communicating with iguanas. Yes, she did. So when I say interspecies, I can say dolphin communication, but I'll be honest with you, we're going to be talking to the water. We're going to be talking to the iguanas. Who knows who you might be talking to? Because when you open these channels, there's a lot of medicine and a lot of spirit guides that may want to speak with you. Right? So I so very highly recommend Nan and her lovely connections of my team over there. If you're considering her retreats, please know that I'm backing that fire within you to step up to the plate and go. You'll be so very grateful that you did. I most certainly am. Hugs to everyone. So this is the town. Give you an idea. This is the Dolphin. There's dolphins in those waters, and those are the restaurants. So we walk around the dolphins to eat. I provide all your lunches, your breakfasts. You're all going to have a kitchen, and wherever you stay, you're going to be in a condo right in this little luxury town, and all that's included. So I pay for your lunch, and you can cook or go out for lunch. I mean, for breakfast, and we usually go out as a group together for dinner, but you can go back and have your own peaceful time. Thank you for an amazing and healing adventure with all the spirits and animals. I loved it, and we're grateful. And here's the sunrise, and there's the moon from the beach, and here's a beach that we'll be staying on, I think. And every day was amazing. I want to tell you how grateful I am for everything. I had tons more stuff come through from the dolphins, manatees, iguana, more communications and visions are coming like I have never had. And this is what happens to people who come, because they often come back again because they have such a quantum leap. And I think this one in particular is going to be beyond anything that we can imagine. It's also weird and amazing to me to see this fast change in my gifts. I have never seen visions before. I have never had such a clear and direct animal communication before. I am talking to iguanas. I love you. I think you're awesome. Lots of love. And we're actually, I think, staying on the other side of this, but this is one of the areas. And beautiful food, wonderful food, all different kinds. You're going to enjoy it. Everybody thinks they have just a profoundly beautiful fresh food. This is a Mayan place that we'll go to. And now we'll take a look and see a few more things. This is very profound when you get to hold their heart and take a really quiet, respectful moment to be in connection with these divine beings. And here's the third eye to third eye up here that we started. And this one's amazing, right? This dolphin is going right up to this person's head and working on them. I think that's Marnie. Okay, so I am going to let you go. Thank you for joining us, and stay in touch. Make sure you subscribe here or you're on the list at nanakasha.com, because what I'm going to be doing is, I don't know exactly when, but I'm going to be doing the call for anyone interested in retreats. I'm going to be doing some calls here, some lives where the dolphins are going to be channeling messages. Maybe you could come and ask a question. And of course, please, please ask me anything. Talk to me about coming, whatever doubts you have, whatever you think. And this is a new thing we invented. We write divination messages like oracle cards onto these, throw them, and ask the dolphins to pick a message for us. Quite fun. There's our full body hugs, more of our incredible activations. So thank you so much for your interest. And I want to also, yes, I can feel that. Thank you. So what I'm feeling right now is that the dolphins are really grateful. Thank you. They're sort of up this way, and they're around us now, and their hearts are glowing. There's some purple and pink and white light. So we're all surrounded by these beautiful dolphins, and they want to send us this love and gratitude. So just go ahead and give permission and take a deep breath in, and then let go. And as you let go, their love is radiating from their heart center into yours. And we are connecting, holding hands as a divine circle. And they are in a divine circle. And heart to heart, we ask to be free, to be loved, to be love, and to remember what it's like to be lovable and receive. So receive now an enormous pink light download of divine love from the dolphins around our circle, down through the oceans, the earth, and out through both sides of the earth into the sky, showering down onto the planet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We give great thanks to this moment, to the dolphins, and to all of this beautiful opportunity at this point in this year where we are. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for being with me. I hope that you'll come play with me. You can see how fun it is. The retreat is in the Mayan Riviera. You fly to Cancun. Everything is on the page there. We also have a PDF we can send you if you would like. And it's, you fly to Cancun and then you come to Puerto Aventuras or Playa del Carmen if you come to the first one. Oh my gosh. I want to just say hi to everybody. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Ocean Goddess. Hi, Sylvia. Hi, Susan. Hi, Lisa. And Tiffany. I think I said hi, Brittany. Oh, I hope you got a little warm now. Hi, Belinda. Hi, Danny. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Marnie. I said hi to Marnie. So all the prices for the retreat are up there, and there's should be a link over to the Mayan retreat. So you can do the whole full 10 days, and it'll tell you you can just do the Mayan or you can just do the Dolphin. So this is the link to the Dolphin page, but it will tell you the other stuff. So Marnie's crying. Susie says tears are flowing. That was so powerful. Oh, it was. Isn't it wonderful? Yes, in their Mayan Riviera, my message was that they're helping heal me from feeling verbally punched and slapped, in danger from shocked text exchange with a guy that hit deep. Very nice. Perfect, Marnie. And Marnie's been here and she's kissed the dolphins. So she knows that, right? Big thank you to all who showed up. Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. And creating love and joy in each moment. Beautiful. You're so welcome. Thank you, everybody. Namaste. I hope that you spread this beauty and joy and radiate it everywhere you go. And don't let it go. Thank you.